What are you doing up? Have you been watching me in my sleep, bucko? I'm a kaiju! Okay. I found this today. Okay, everyone, go up there. This would be if you were Shaquille O'Neal. Get up there. Fuck. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name's Casey Francis O'Brien, and today we're on a mission. Don't mind the vibes. I've been around a bunch of homeless people, which has made me be a little bit like a little goblin gremlin animal. But there are three things I need to do. One, you and your mom. No, I actually need to make sure all my affairs are in order before we set off on this epic quest. So, I have my toilet paper. I need a towel. Vivek, where's my towel? Natasha Romanoff, I need my towel. I need it before the sun goes down. If I don't get a towel before the sun goes down, you don't want to know what's going to happen to me. Okay. Guess what? Thank you for the donation, because I now have camping fuel. With this, I spent a lot of money. I spent all my food stamps on chicken, wraps, cheese, and milk that went bad. Now, I can cook shredded chicken quesadillas and burritos every day for a month. Before that, just to let everybody know, for this past week, I was living off of a couple slices of cheese a day. Then Heather sent the last money she's ever going to send. Her, I don't know what's going on over there, but she was donating, and that was paying for, like, this winter, I would go to McDonald's, charge my phone, and live stream 12 hours. Because I don't know if anyone has ever experienced trauma, but to be traumatized by people that are protected by qualified immunity that were targeting you every day, and you're trapped, and you go to get jobs and everyone tries to kill you. I would go to a place, I'd apply for a job, I would leave and walk away, the police would show up and say they want me trespassed. And the only thing that I talk like this. I say, hey, I'm excited. I'm new to the area. I'm traveling. I don't know how long I'll be around, but it wouldn't be less than 2 weeks. So if you need help right now, just to make your job easier. I work hard. I've been an animal for a long time, so I'd prefer just to keep my headphones in an all-stock shelves. And they're like, sure, whatever. And then within 20 minutes, the police would show up, and they would be following me around. So I don't know can anyone in a small town let me know if the custom is if somebody that you don't know shows up, does everyone automatically just tell the police? There's a guy here. But I'm not a man, I'm a kaiju. I identify as a self-replicating, benevolent, invasive species. I think I see it. I spy with my little eye something that looks like a white towel. White guilt? No, a white towel. Today I told people, okay, while we walk, we're going to talk. Today on Facebook, I can turn this off too, this flash. Today on Facebook, I kind of had my final straw with it. I looked it up. I was so mad about people talking shit about junkies. I just had this hunch. The universe came down and told me last night to look up what does MRI scans show about the addiction of Facebook. And when people do the ha-ha react, when people post things for validation, so you see like virtue signaling and just the same shit over and over and over again that the people I was mad about spew across Facebook. It's proven by MRI scans that that behavior stimulates the same part of your brain that heroin does. All these people angry at addiction have gotten addicted to being angry about addiction. They're all a bunch of heroin junkies. When you're like, how are these people so crazy? These people that you see in cities going nuts. All the people that you talk to. Like, why has the world gone so crazy? They're addicted to heroin. But the heroin is on their phone. It stimulates and degenerates the same thing. They just run in dopamine feedback loops. Okay, something's going on here. I did go into town and it was very draining. I've been having trouble with that. I get big breakthroughs in the woods. Often it takes a week. For me to get everything in order, and then I'm back to being normal and excited for the future. And very quickly, like yesterday, when I'm back in alignment and I'm creating and I'm excited for the future, somebody had a psychotic break on the road and tried to run me over 3 times. Everyone came out of the woodworks just to get in my way, swerve at me, rev at me. And it must be because I'm just better at navigating the astrological weather, and I do the self-care. I have so much practice healing my traumas that it takes a long time, but eventually I get some of it back. And then that power that I feel upsets people. Okay. I don't know how far I'm gonna make it. Oh, God. Oh, I'll show you this out here. It'll be a little quiet just so you can hear the sounds. Skinwalker tree folk today. On this day last year, I think. No, I'd already been arrested by then. No, it's the 12th. This day last year, I was running around trying to save those cats from the heroin addict that was beating them in his box truck. There was a guy that was living in the box truck at the park and ride, and he would shoot up heroin, and I could feel the devil, and then I would try to connect to God, and then he would run out of the box truck and he would slam on my car door, and he'd just try to get in because he needed to start a conversation with me. Something in him couldn't function with me not being a victim to the devil's hold on him. And then he'd go back and start hitting his cats. That guy would start hitting his cats in the car next to me, and I'd look across the parking lot at the cats in the window just staring at me like, help. Hole in the ground for today? Is that where the Fae live? There are woodland spirits that talk to me in the mornings. When I wake up from dreams, I can see them. They're little woodland people that have skin the color of, I don't know, let's see. Sort of like that white on that tree up there. A little bit more green. And it looks a little like birch bark. Okay, I'm gonna turn the phone. Okay. I'm gonna put you on this wheelbarrow and then I'm gonna take a crap. When you live in the forest and you don't have the responsibility of wasting half your life doing nothing for somebody else's pockets, you can see things like this whenever you want. Sometimes people get jealous. I used to want you dead, but now I only want you gone. Now I only want you gone. Now I only want you gone. Well, you are such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me twice? How we walked around, except I wasn't happy. When the circumstances held me back, come take it. That's what I'm counting on. I used to want you dead, but now I only want you gone. Now I only want you gone. The phone doesn't do it justice. The orange of the sun on these trees. Maybe if I get closer. He was a lot like me. Well, maybe not quite as neglected. Now little Johnny Mike is in here too. I used to hate John Michael's artist name, which was Johnny Mike. And then I started listening to music from the 50s and the 40s and the 20s. And the stuff like, ain't that a kick in the head? Whatever that genre is. They would go, a lot of their artist names were like Johnny Green, Johnny. Actually, the one I sang last night had a producer credit for a guy named Johnny Mike. I didn't realize. And I don't think he did either. Because he didn't, what does he know? He didn't read The Godfather. He didn't know about Johnny Fontaine. But I would catch him listening to the Fallout soundtrack. So that genre was what pioneered the name Johnny this and Johnny that. Johnny Guitar. And now I have no way to ever make any more music with him ever again. And then next it will be my turn to go. John Michael's mother has outlived all of her children, except for one. And it was never to drugs. I think one of them had a brain aneurysm. The other one fell on the road and hit his head on the sidewalk. And they both happened a quarter mile of where she was. Literally right down the road. Right down the road, her kids died. I also think that both of them were coming to see her when it happened. And then they never showed up, so she had to panic and go out looking for them just to find them a block away dead. I went with her to AA meetings where she cried and told everybody that they're loved. And to see all the people just go, okay. Because there's a serious problem with white people. White people are the worst race on earth. There's something wrong with them genetically. And you can quote me on that. They're incapable of empathy. That's why if you go to Facebook comment sections, you see thousands of them talking shit about how they got conquered. When I went through wealthy white America, the biggest word I heard over and over and over and over and over again, working at ski resorts, living around rich people, but not the elite families like the DuPonts. The DuPonts were just as normal as the homeless because they both didn't have any responsibilities. I'm talking about like the people that go skiing in the winter for a weekend and then they go back to wherever, not the people that own a chalet there, that have like half of their equity invested into the resort. I'm talking about just like upper class, not elite. The upper class kids, when they would get on the bus and I would be shadowing the bus driver because I was going to learn the shuttle. Each wave of kids, there was always a couple of them that were talking about how they conquered the slopes, and they would emphasize conquered, and they'd look around like, don't you guys know this is what we do? Like, man, I really conquered this place, huh? It would be funny if it weren't so sad. I'm looking for a way down after the floods. The plan is, if I really feel like it, I want to take all these rocks, put them on the wheelbarrow, and carry them back up. Hello down there. Hello down there. Hello down there. You got $1? You got any money? Hello down there. Ooh, baby, when you talk like that, you make the woman go mad. So be wise and be wise. I'm on tonight. You know my hips don't lie, starting to feel it right. Perfection to be one, you know what the sound of my body. Fuck you. Okay. Hello down there. I'm on tonight. I don't know if this is manure water or not. I don't know if this is runoff from the farms. I'm on tonight. You know my hips don't lie. You know the sound of my body. I used to drink from this river last year, and it made me sick for a week. But I felt the closest I'd ever felt to nature in my life. Like, I think the sickness was necessary. Ouch. I've realized that the only time that I get rashes is when I have hot and spicy McChickens from McDonald's. The chemicals I sweat out. All right. It's just the dull energy of my environment. I don't know who you are, but I guarantee I probably don't like you. Goodbye.